All right, people. So this is DJ NDG in the Groove, bringing you a follow up um, to the issues that I've been having with my Denon Prime 4's Crossfader. I bought this unit brand new in 2019 after the much awaited and anticipated release of it from the first of the year, which would have been in March, I believe, is when it should have been released. Unfortunately, for many of us that were waiting, we didn't get ours until late August, early October. I actually didn't get a chance to be here when I was called and said that mine was available at my local guitar center, ready for me to pick up because I was out of the country. So, needless to say, it's been a perfect unit, a good unit for me. It's the only one that I know of that's a true four-channel standalone, in that you don't need a laptop. Um, you can basically use this unit on its own, to be honest with you. The only time that you ever need a laptop is when you're first starting to use this and program it and doing all the first firmware updates, upgrades to your software and everything else using Denon DJ's engine ops. Which at the beginning, I mean, it was good. It was somewhat efficient. I didn't have too many issues. Obviously, I mean, we've all gone through whatever ups and downs, roller coaster rides with it. It's a music analyzing program that's very useful if it works. You don't really need to, but it does help speed up the process to be able to utilize whatever you got to utilize with this on its own. I have a 1 terabyte SATA SSD drive embedded in here. I think it's 2.5 inches. And I think the max that it'll support is 4 terabytes. So, with that being said, I noticed that my crossfader, whenever I would go, to the farthest reaches, the farthest ends of it, my deck 2 and 4, is the only one that should be, playing. But I could hear decks 1 and 3 and vice versa. So I reached out to Den and DJ a while back when this was happening, and unfortunately, I mean, with COVID, being in the play, we were not able to find someone that could actually help me replace this crossfader. I mean, it's still we're still feeling the backlash of poor, presidential representation here in the United States because of Trump's stupid ass. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. All right, so yeah, like I said earlier, I mean, we have yet to get anyone that can actually help me replace this crossfader. And the reason being is that there was no availability. They did use someone called instrumental parts, who is their main supplier. And I was like, well, damn, it was cool. I was hoping that they would be able to ship it out, but they were not able to ship it out. So I was kind of like screwed. And then by the time they try to offer me a rebate, I never got my rebate. I mean my refund back. So that was like very unprofessional of them. Not to mention that everything was on back order. So I installed my 12-inch skins over this, and I'm seeing that I'm having a little bit of trouble getting these little bitty ass screws out because I mean the 12-inch skins are badass and they were made perfect. Okay, so now that I got my screws off, I'm trying to see how it is that I'm gonna get this cover off. And from the looks of it, looks like I might need a flat screwdriver. So let me see if I got pause on here, and I do. using my pivot play. So I'm gonna pause it. All right, so in order for you to take this off, you're gonna need to get a little bitty thin screwdriver. I don't know if it's gonna allow me to see, to show you, but that's how thin the screwdriver is. Basically hair thin. And what you're doing, you're inserting it on the sides. You're lifting this plate up. And as soon as you lift this plate up, you should see the crossfader. Again, doing my 12-inch skins, I'm gonna see if I have another crossfader deal here. I might need it because these were cut precise, and I didn't actually put them in the precise spot where I needed them. I'm afraid to peel it and then try to put it back on there because it might not stick as good as it should. Then I'm gonna screw up my look. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna mess up the skins because that's a very, very important look, the crossfader. And before you do any of this, unplug this unit. Don't leave it plugged in. So this is what the crossfader looks like. And here are the units. And I'm gonna see if I can take this out. Again, I'm probably gonna have to utilize this screwdriver. And yeah, you just push it in there. And what I'm gonna do, I've been using this to spray it in here, WD-40 contact cleaner, to spray it inside here, right? And yeah, I am gonna clean this no matter what. Just go up and down, up and down, up and down. And I sprayed the contact, leads, the pins, if you will. This camera does not focus, good. I mean, you can only expect so much from iPhones. iPhone 13 Pro Max. And I honestly think that this maybe had messed up on me one time when I actually left it out in the elements. And it was actually somewhat kind of cool. So it didn't take too much for the condensation and everything else to, mess this up. And this is the part number, which I'm gonna probably take a picture of. Yeah, it's not focusing. And well, let me see. It is allowing me to take a picture. Okay, that's cool. So while I'm taking pictures, even though I'm still recording, I'm gonna try and clean this right here, the leaves. I don't know if you can see. Let me see if I can zoom in. Well, that's all that it allows me to do, man. Well, anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and try to spray these leads. And hopefully with doing that, it will make a difference. And it'll allow me to go ahead and be able to use my fader. At least now, I know that I can take the damn thing off. I don't have to send it off to get repaired by Denon. And just make sure everything is connected back. And yeah, everything looks good. The way that I did this, I'm probably gonna screw these fader in first before attempting to put the plate down all together. Just be careful with these screws. Do not lose these screws. They're very hard to find if you happen to drop them accidentally, which I'm trying to prevent. And you don't want to over tighten these, so just try to find the sweet spot, if you will. Oh damn, I think I put this one in the wrong spot. Yep, I put this in the wrong spot. All right, there you go. Normally you just want to get the first one. After you do the first one, you do the second, one, and try to center it. It's not going to stay centered because, it's a very, very small screw. And what I'm using here is a T8. I don't know if it's gonna allow me to zoom, but this is what it looks like, a T8. God, I wish I could have autofocus on this pivot. But yeah, it's very, very small. T8 is what it's gonna take to take this off. You don't really need to tighten it up with the ratchet. I think just tighten it up by hand should suffice. And then you just slide your plate back in, and it'll be like nothing happened. And the way I did it, actually, because I didn't know what I was doing. Obviously, this is the first time I've ever taken off my fader on my Prime 4. That seems to be the best method of doing it. If need be, I'll end up reaching out to my good friends out there at 12-inch skins for another Crossfader wrap, vinyl wrap, and that's it. We'll try this on right now after I power everything up and hook everything up, and we'll see what happens. If it doesn't work, then obviously I'm gonna need another crossfader, and I hate it to do that. Let me pause this right quick. All right, so after it's experiencing something that's weird, I'm pleased to say that I think we're good. This, which is basically what we use to scroll up and down for the music library and everything else. If you want to scroll down, you can use the touch, whatever, to do whatever. But it wasn't acting right. So what I did, I deleted completely from my laptop the Denon engine OS, and also from in here, I proceeded to go ahead and download again the the programs, the software for my laptop to the latest, which is Denon engine OS 2.3.2. The same here. They used to not be the same. It was always the engine house was behind and this was ahead, I think. Well, anyways, so I proceeded to do the firmware update, and now everything seems to be working good. Good thing is that my fader, yeah, everything's working good now. And again here, so it's good. All right, so y'all get it. I mean, it's working somewhat. I'm still gonna replace it though.